It's taken years to grind down the Islamic State, farm by farm, house by house, and countless thousands have died in the process, collateral damage of slaying the jihadist army. Nothing about the battle has been easy, which is why one of the commanders leading what is billed as the last contest was under few illusions when we spoke to him earlier about what lies ahead.
From the military point of view, Daesh is finished, literally finished. We can say by the end of the Baghouz battle, the last ISIS stronghold in Deir ez-Zor, Daesh's power has been eliminated. But on the other side, Daesh ideology is still there. There are a lot of sleeper cells. There are thousands of sleeper cells in Deir ez-Zor and the desert. There are those who still believe in Daesh and its ideology. They want to reinstate the caliphate.
As its strongholds have fallen, the Islamic State group's foreign fighters and their camp followers have been herded into a small pocket against the Euphrates River. Something like 20,000 women and children have fled that enclave in recent days, being screened by America's Syrian and Kurdish allies looking for IS leaders who might try to escape with them. Their dream of a state run on strict Salafist principles is over, in this place at least.
Fundamentally, the group's identity has always been shaped by what it does in the Levant. So all of this stuff we see happening in other places is useful to it in terms of projecting its global kind of footprint and image, but it really kind of cares about what's happening there. So this talk of this sort of heart of the caliphate shifting from one place to another, you could maybe see them moving some people or some resources to one of these other places. But the thing they always really cared about was what they're actually named after, which is the Levant.
Since its high watermark, the Islamic State has been rolled back almost everywhere and millions freed from its rule. The early battles forced them back from Baghdad and after months of heavy fighting out of their main urban centre, Mosul. In Syria, meanwhile, Russian-supported Syrian offensives defeated the jihadists near Aleppo and Damascus and in Deir ez-Zor. So now a last pocket has been left on the Iraqi border close to the Euphrates. The hamlet of Baghouz is now the only settlement over which the IS black flag flies. Some see it as a last stand, but in truth, IS, or Daesh as it's known in Arabic, has a way of going underground. This map of recent security incidents shows that violence related to the group is still going on in almost all of the areas liberated from Islamic State rule.
Wherever Daesh existed, wherever it had power, it left sleeper cells when its fighters pulled out. Whether that is in Syria, in Iraq, or in any other place, when they get defeated and when they pull out, they leave sleeper cells behind.
But as IS foreign fighters try to escape the Baghouz pocket, what will happen to them? Could hundreds be heading back to Europe?
They'll find it very difficult, and I think they have historically found it very difficult to try to get back because of the surveillance that they will undoubtedly feel that they will probably be under. So I think it's difficult to see a lot of them deciding to do that migration. I suspect if you've made the decision to go and fight alongside ISIS, and you've been there for many years, and you've watched as the organization has been sort of drilled down into this small group, you're probably going to follow some of your friends to somewhere else where there's a potential field for you to continue your jihad or settle down where you are and try to see if you can blend into the background.
Rather than the end of the story, the Baghouz battle will finish a chapter. Jihadi ideology lives on, and the intelligence people will watch and wait until it bursts out into the open again.